Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to welcome you back to Who They Want Podcast. As I said before, we was wrapping up season 4, and we still back, blessing y'all with our presence on another special edition of Artistry Tuesday. We got independent, multi-award winning artist Twism White Peace joining us in the studio a few moments. But without further ado, let me introduce you to the Who They Want crew. Y'all already know we got the master editor, Kyle E, in the building.
What's going on, people?
We got the Duchess, the incredible, the face and voice of the show, everybody's favorite, the beautiful, gorgeous, sensational Lady Tasha.
Tonight.
There you go. There you go. Without further ado,
how y'all doing tonight?
You did. It's blessings to be around the lovely crew that keep me going like the Energizer Bunny. I am your CEO, host, producer, brand owner, the one, the only, DJ Big Dog, aka DJ Steady. Are you ready? Steady Rock. Oh, you're not gonna do the song? No, I don't even get the song this time.
What song you looking for?
I was waiting when you say Steady. Are you ready? That was kind of my intro now.
Are you ready? Are you ready? What's going on?
Don't worry.
Oh, got my voice. Steady. Are you ready? Are you ready, Steady?
You did. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to perfect that for season 5. We got some work to do in the lab.
Y'all are hilarious.
Get my vocals right. Maybe I get up in the studio with pound cake.
There you go. There you go.
Hey, y'all. And this is the pre-show before the real show. So let's get into 15 minutes of direct conversation from the crew, and then when Twism White arrives, let Artistry Tuesday begin.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So what's everybody been up to?
Chilling, trying to turn a can of tuna into some lobster. Hustling out there trying to make stuff happen. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Likewise.
I missed you guys. Y'all had a great show last night, I see. Huh?
What's everybody been up to?
You did. You see, me and Kyle networked that thing all the way through, like geniuses do.
Like it was just normal everyday conversation for me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I talk about that stuff with people all the time now, so it's it just seemed natural,
Okay. I see y'all was on for a minute though.
Yeah. If there's one thing there's one thing I can do is talk. You know what I'm saying? So that helped.
But did you talk with your hands like you usually do?
A little bit.
No, you know what? Wait, before you answer that, tell me what it is what it's like with you and the lady in your hands. Because them hands you got, I know they do a little bit more than helping you talk. Like, come on, let me know what else you could do with them hands.
Like I told you, I'm good at massages. That's as far as that goes. And apparently I could wash hair. I didn't, apparently I could wash hair with these hands because I have the body strength, and apparently some people like that. So,
so you can wash hands. You got body strength in your hands. You can wash.
No, I said hair. I can wash hair.
Okay, here. I'm sorry, here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course, I wash my hands. Wash my hands every day. Wash your hands, people.
You wash your hands before you wash the hair. Okay.
Exactly.
You got to wash your hands before you touch the ladies, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And what else? What else? Because Kyle, you a player on the down low. People don't know about Kyle. I'm telling y'all.
Not even close. No,
Kyle. You're a player.
Video games.
You're a player. Let us know what's your punchline? What's your go-to line when you meet a lady? What you say?
Hi.
You do not say no hi.
I just say hello. I say hello. How are you? I don't have a line. I'm usually the nervous guy, so the first thing that pops in my head is just say hello like a normal person. That's pretty much it.
That's pretty much it. But no, when you see an undeniable chick, they be like, damn, yo, she just bad. I gotta have her. Like, what's the extra that you put into that?
There is no extra. It's more like
I'm get the same stuff.
At this point, if that happens, I'm standing like the Tin Man waiting for an oil can because I stiffen up.
Oh Lord, have mercy! You stiffen up. Okay, so this conversation then took another route. So you stiffen up. Your whole body stiffens up.
In a way, yeah. If I really like somebody, like if it's somebody that I just met, I don't do that I try not to do because it's only like happened a few times as an adult, but as a kid it used to be a lot worse.
Oh, you was nervous as a kid meeting a girl?
Yeah, it used to be a lot worse. 6th grade up until now.
The only expectation you had to live up to some cookies and milk. You know what I'm saying? You're on the sandbox and all that stuff.
I'm talking 6th grade. I'm talking like 5th and 6th grade when puberty starts to set in and your voice starts to crack and you look at the girl you like. It's like hi. Like how's everyone? Like how are you doing? Then every so often it's like no. One time I remember I was with my friends at school and I was looking at the girl I had a crush on and she caught me looking at her and she stole my hat.
But that had to make you melt inside. I'm like, oh, yo, she just came and stole my hat. That didn't seem like
I was
chills down your body. Like
I was embarrassed because I was the kid that would like try to write rhymes and stuff in school. So this girl I had a crush on in 6th grade. We all were like next to each other in a cluster of desks, right? So she saw me writing in my notebook and I said, hey, if I write something for you, because I was too embarrassed. I was like, if I write something for you, will you leave me alone? She's like, sure. Next thing you know, I'm writing her like poems every day and I couldn't stop, right? But my handwriting was crap, so, but I had friends. So the girls in class, they would help me out with rewriting what I had wrote and give it to her. Right.
Okay. So you had a little team going on.
Yeah, pretty much. When she found that I liked her, she was shocked. And that was pretty much it. I did ask her what she would do with the poems, and she said, "Well, I keep them. That's it. Nothing else came of it." She just said she keeps them because she appreciated it.
So did you get to the pretzels and the cookies and milk that you used to get back in the 5th grade?
No. None of the crushes I had in school really. It really didn't. Like all I did was embarrass myself. Like this one girl I liked in like 3rd or 4th grade. Somebody gave me a picture of her, right, and I kept it in my pocket. Now one day, right before summer vacation, we're hanging out in music class, and I accidentally pulled the picture out, and they're like, because it was a half of a picture that somebody already took, so they just took everyone else out and just left her and gave me the picture. And then it just said Kyle Hearts. Not going to put this person on blast, right? But still, and then she came up to me. It's like, why did you have this picture in the first place? I was so embarrassed. Because when you're that young, you don't know what the heck to do. And it's not like when it's not like when you get older, it gets any better. It really depends on the, your surroundings. But I'm gonna be 100 with you. My first girlfriends were online, and the first one I ever had, I didn't see her until after we broke up. So
wait a minute. So you had a whole relationship with a chick that you never seen, and you finally met her after you broke up.
After we broke up, yeah.
Did you have any makeup sex or anything? Like break up the makeup? Like anything like that? Anything? Just to make the situation story sound a little bit better?
I was 15. I was 15 when we started my first real relationship, and we got together because of a mutual friend I had met at camp that happened to know her. So she kind of set us up. And this
how did you solidify this your in a relationship online though?
It was a lot of, this was during the days of AOL. It's the messenger. So it was a lot of, it's the messages back and forth. And she asked me first, right? And really like that, and that was it. Lasted about a year. It lasted about a year and a half or a little more.
A year and a half online relationship?
Yeah.
Shout out to Coco over here in the comments.
Even though my records of relationship is small, I'm the type of person if I'm with that person, I'm with that person, point blank. You know?
Respect.
That's one thing I can't say. I haven't been in a relationship in almost a decade, but the last one I had lasted almost about 2.5 years.
So we got our guest here yet, Steady?
Yes. Twism, White Peace,
I can't bother you. I can't mess with you with the same question with him.
Right.
I can't bother you.
Exactly. You can't.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't know what your punchline is.
But
don't hate on the online relationships.
I am not at liberty to discuss my relationship statuses during Artistry Tuesdays. Catch me on another night.
I can only talk about mine because I've only really had two. It's really nice.
Well, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, it's showtime.
Yep.
Please welcome Twism White Peace to the Who They Want Studios.
Hey,
what's going on?
That motherfucker up in my face. Hold on. Like, my arms are not long enough to hold that back there. God dang. Y'all be able to see inside my brain. How y'all doing, man?
How y'all doing? How you doing today? Thanks for joining us.
Hey, no worries.
Adrian Foss says hi to you, to the guests.
Hello, Adrian. I appreciate you. Damn, I
welcome.
Feel like in my face, man. Hi, how's this?
All the ladies are saying hi to you. You gotta
everybody tonight saying hi to you.
Thank you. I appreciate that. That means the world, right? That means everything, right? Ladies are the ones who make the world go around. So I appreciate y'all. How's everybody tonight?
Great, man.
Just here, doing all right. Happy to have you amongst us.
Oh, thank you. I was listening to Big Bro's story about the AOL days. I remember those days.
God damn.
The early days of text language.
Yeah. But a whole relationship though for a year and a half.
Yeah, that's what I was like, whoa, year and a half of AOL. I got sick after 10 minutes of AOL. I can only imagine how long you was waiting for each message, like refresh.
Yeah, like what was the arguing like?
Yeah, right.
It was a lot of no, you don't. Yes, I do. No, I don't. Yes, I do. Da 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 da. Never won, of course. So
fingers got sore in that relationship.
And I could barely type, so
that's the only thing that got sore, right? Yeah, he had blue fingers instead of blue knuckles. Instead of blue balls, he had blue fingers. Okay, let me stop. Okay. So thank you so much for coming on with us today.
No worries.
Man. So what you been up to and everything? Because I know you Steady had you on the show the last time, huh?
Yeah. And since then, man, like a whole, let's call it a level up, man. Because back when I talked to Big Bro last time, we were messing around with some beat makers and stuff, and they kind of fell out. So like I had to level myself up in the last couple of months. So I've been real quiet, real ducked off. But actually just today I was filming new footage for the video Level Up, which is because it's my new song out. We had 4,700 streams just this last week. So like I feel good about it, you know what I mean? Because I made the beat. It's my first beat. Right, it's my first beat.
Congratulations!
Okay. Yeah, I appreciate you. You know, I've been.
Can I just give you a compliment about you have the most nice, crisp sound on your connection, and I want to thank you for that. Can I just thank you for that right now?
And what's so crazy about that is like there's like a squad of people here. There's like probably 9 people out there right now. So it's like I was worried about being too loud.
What equipment you using? But thank you.
It's a Samsung, man. You welcome.
Right, thank you.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with a Samsung. Ain't nothing wrong with it.
Hey, it works for me.
Gets the job done. You know.
Yeah. I know everybody iPhone this, iPhone that. So give me a Samsung. I'll rock any day, man.
I hear that.
iPhone's getting too expensive out here.
Tell me about it. Hey, you hear these new ones? They're gonna have satellite. Like they built directly to the satellite. So like there's no streaming interruption, no data interruption, no nothing like that. They quoted them out at $1,500. $1,500 for the phone.
That hurts my soul. That hurts my soul as well as my I cannot.
Jesus got hurt with that one. I'm too broke for that. I can't afford that.
Listen, I freelance. I don't have that kind of money right now.
$1,500.
I'm sorry. For a phone. Does that come with it? Does that come with a case?
Nice old classic string can.
Hey, that doesn't come with. It doesn't come with no case. It doesn't come with no headphones. It doesn't come with a charger. It doesn't come with a headphone jack. It does not come with the buttons. You have to like order the buttons separately, bro. It's just
not come with a charger though.
No, I don't know. I'm just joking.
It's satellite now.
No, I don't know. I'm just joking. Yeah, no, it's an iPhone, man. You know how iPhones, they charge you for every little piece, bro. You got to go get every single little piece, bro.
No cap.
But I did hear the mic on that is crisp. I heard the mic was dope.
It's supposed to be like one of those. It's supposed to be like one of those new age things for all these streamers out here, like for all the people who live online and whatnot. So, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, like I said, give me a regular Samsung, and I could put out the same quality. Miss Lady just sat here and blessed me for a good quality sound, and I ain't.
Thank you. So, it'd be a struggle with some of our guests sometimes,
Yeah.
I bet. Yeah. And trust me, because I interview some celebrities every now and then as part of a favor for a friend of mine, and it don't get no better with them either. They ain't got no sense when it comes to audio or video or nothing like that, and they're just as bad. In fact, I'll be honest with you. I feel like, independents or maybe the ones who are just not getting the interviews, they take it more seriously than them people upstairs now, because them people upstairs, they don't even want to, they don't care anymore. They just flip their phones on or they flip their cameras on and they just go. You know what I mean? So,
right. Absolutely.
Right. Well, Adrian had a question
though.
Yeah, absolutely.
Don't they have payment plans on that stuff now on phones? And yeah. But that's just another bill, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right, exactly.
Yeah.
So,
and you know what a payment plan is? A payment plan is a way to work you into having to, get your credit messed up or some shit. Because I'm gonna be real with you, man. Like, I did one of those 2-year things one time, and I had a legit ass job. I had everything proper, and I still ran into some situation. It was a crazy situation, car payment, something like that. Ended up messing up the whole contract just because I had to wait like an extra week to pay the bill, right? Oh, well, you only had 48 hours to pay your contract. Woo this, woo that, whatever. Just give me monthly.
Man, no, I'm not financing no phone like people finance.
Nah, bro.
Absolutely.
Wow. So why don't you do us a favor? Because we have a lot of people who didn't get to hear you the last time. Let them know who you are and what you about.
Absolutely. All right. First and foremost, I am I would say about 17 year now veteran in this independent music game. I am technically what's called a multi-award winning history making independent artist. But nowadays, if it ain't social media viral, it ain't true. So whatever, right? But we've done a lot of award-winning stuff. We've done a lot of, like I said, history-making, groundbreaking stuff. We're also owners of, FCR 247, which is it's an online radio station that's been around for almost 7 years now. And in the process of this, we jumped ahead of the online game. We were one of the first, like when it first became a sensation, we had already established ourselves. And in the process of that, we've made some really powerful connections. And I mean, because of those connections, we've been featured in like good magazines next to like Ice-T and Busy Bone and things like that. And so that was a blessing for me. Just recently, we got featured next to Corey Feldman. I don't know if any of y'all know who Corey Feldman is, but Stand By Me, Goonies, Lost Boys.
He was in the Burbs too, right?
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
He was in the Burbs. Yeah,
I think so. Yeah, but see, the whole point is like, so it's been a real blessing to be able to, walk the path that I've walked. I'm also a father of 6, been married 20 years, and
congrats!
You've been married
20 years.
You said 20 years.
Okay.
20 years. Thank you. We just celebrated our 20th anniversary on August 8th.
All right.
You survived the quarantine?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Hey, listen.
It was kind of rough for like the married people during the quarantine.
I'm be real with you though. If you can survive kids, you can survive COVID. I mean, come on.
Man.
I'm not playing with you. I feel like kids are a whole lot worse than COVID, man. Shoot. I sanitize and mask up around kids, so I was already ready for that. You know,
you had a lot of time breaking up and stuff during COVID. I mean, during the quarantine and COVID and stuff. That's what I meant. Actually,
I'm not even gonna lie. I do feel apologetic, and I'm very sorry for all the people who have suffered during COVID, because it's no joke, and we should all take it seriously. And I know there's a lot of these conspiracy people out here and whatnot like that. And I'm gonna tell you firsthand. You know, you can believe what you want to, but at the end of the day, man, if it's about saving somebody's life, it's the right thing to do. Yeah. So, I mean, you shouldn't have no salt on your game for trying to save somebody's life, even if it's your own or somebody else's, right? So get the COVID shot. But flip side to that, it was actually a blessed period for me. I can't complain, man. Like I said, I elevated my game. I had I had some great things that happened. Made some good money and really kind of was able to kind of hit that groove that I needed to hit to where I could, you know, maintain during COVID, because a lot of independent artists and a lot of just regular entertainers of any sort, you know,
it was hard.
Actors, artists, it was hard. Yeah, it was real hard. And so it was cool to be able to sit back and say, you know what? God's got me through all of this, man. We was rocking really hard through all of it, and it was good to know that it was well received. Like I said just now, like you know, the 4,000 streams and everything, that was a blessing. I didn't know where that came from. You know, people out here, it's one thing to say, you know, I got a fan base, but then it's another thing to say, you know, whoa, that ain't my fan base. Where'd that come from? You know what I mean? Because that lets me know that maybe I'm reaching potential others, and through that, it makes me even more blessed. It makes me feel like I'm doing things. I'm getting somewhere. And like I said, you know, when we had the Corey Feldman interview, and then earlier this year we was featured next to Ice-T. I mean, that's icon right there. That's legend status. That's boy.
Yeah.
So, and then like I said, it was in 2019 we had Busy Bone. And with that one, that was one of my icons right there. I mean, I grew up on Busy Bone. Like I grew up on Bone Thugs, Tupac, TLC. You know what I mean? That was my era. That was my time frame. So to share a magazine feature with him and to be able to give him my respect and tell him, you know, man, look, you elevated my game in ways that I don't think you even understand or probably will ever understand. You know what I mean? I listen to the music nowadays, and it you know, makes me sad, because I come from an era where you talk about the real stuff, man, and you talk about, you know, changing your community, and you talked about, you know, trying to get out and get something, rather than flashing and showing off and standing in front, right? So I really was blessed to be able to tell him, you know, look, man, you know, the words that you dropped, the way that you know, brought the game. I mean, when you imitate somebody and then you grow up and you get to talk to the person you imitated, that blows your mind right there. You're just like,
I can imagine.
Ooh, so like I said, COVID was real good to us, but I don't want to say, you know, don't take it seriously, because just because it was good to me, it was very hard on a lot of other people, and it's their pain and their sorrow and their sufferings that we need to respect, and we need to appreciate, because it was their deaths and their struggles and their sickness that helped us get to the vaccine points, and then from there to be able to immunizations and so on and so forth. So I mean, it's been a long road, man.
So you've been around on this the music thing for a long time. So you know, I want to get I'm curious. What is your input on how? Well, let's start with the record labels. How the record labels used to do back in the days with fully supporting the artists, developing the artists, building them up, and now it's like nothing. Because what I'm confused, and you know who hit the nail on the head was Method Man. Because back in the days, if you had the right people behind you and writing your paperwork and contracts, right, you can get advancements coming to a record label and walk away with dollars. Okay.
Absolutely.
Nowadays, you don't have record labels doing that. So, like, where are these artists that don't have the support from record labels getting all this money from? Like,
All
where
right,
is it?
first off, it's a streaming world, right? It's a
It's a
streaming
streaming
world.
world.
So,
But I
so
mean,
if
you
you
really
wise,
that much? Streaming's really
you
bringing in that
wise.
much?
Yeah, I mean, so okay. It's first of all, it's like this. All right, you get you get a group of 10 people. Nah, you ain't even got to have a group of 10. You get a group of 5 people. Okay, each one of them bring to the table either A, beat making, B, graphics, C, lyrical skills, D, they know how to get out and beat the streets, and they're that street team. Whatever the case may be, these 5 people are working towards one goal: money.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
And during the process of this, they're all putting in the money towards one goal. Now, let's say these 5 people, they take $100. That $100 that cost each of them $20. So they each put their $20 in. Now you have $100. That $100 you turn around and you invest. This is a market game, man. All these people nowadays learn how to do is play the markets, just like the people who play the markets on their phone. They play the markets on any other thing. Streaming is nothing but a market playing business. If you know your audience, you know how to spend the money on investment. In investing into either A, promotion, B, marketing, C, a video, D, whatever it takes to reach your audience. So now these 5 people, they've taken that $100 and they've invested it into, let's say hypothetically off top, they invested it into merchandise. They took $100 and they sunk it into merchandise. Now the next show that they go to, all 5 of these people are inviting everybody they know, and all 5 of these people are stepping up to the plate, and they come up to the gate and they walk in like a big paparazzi. They got all the girls with them, all the dudes with them. They got cars parked out front. They're making loud noise. They're hyped. They're wild. It sounds like it's a great party, knowing that they balling on $2. Respect. I give all respect to that, because a hustle's a hustle and a grind is a grind. But keep in mind, these are some smart people. They're playing the business game. They're not out here trying to be huffy fluffy, because they already got the group with them. They don't need to entice you to pay attention to their image, because they already brought all their people. So now you're already paying attention to them because they got their squad with them. You understand what I'm saying? So now all they're trying to do is sell the merchandise. Well, hell yeah, man, I'm going to go buy a piece of their merchandise. They came in here 30 deep.
Right.
With a squad 30 deep, looking like they're the next big thing. I'm buying that shit. Because if they blow it, I got something before they ever went popular. That's the monetary, that's the marketing of it. So now a single independent artist, he comes in, he says, man, I've been out here grinding on the streets. My girl's problems. He got all these lyrical skills, but he ain't got no money. So he gets up on the stage and he's doing his thing. And now he's got all the talent in the world. But the problem is he walked in alone. He walked in solo. He ain't got no merchandise because he didn't have the money for the merchandise.
Right.
And he doesn't know how to play. He doesn't know how to play the business game. So guess what? He walks out of there with nothing. You understand what I'm saying? Now, I performed 164 shows so far. 164 shows in 2 different countries. And I'm going to tell you, nothing changes. The same when it's in the States as it is here. If you present yourself as an already made success and you market the business, stop trying to reach everybody. Stop trying to reach everybody, because you're spending all that time and money worried about everybody else and everything else, when you should be self-investing, you should be self-focusing, you should be self-monetizing. If it's your YouTube that needs worked on, then you should take nothing but 2 weeks, save $5 here, $5 there, do whatever it takes. But go to Fiverr, man. We got Fiverr nowadays. Fiverr is legit, real people who will take your $5 and they will do real work for you. You can get you press releases. You can get you everything. Instead of buying that drink, or instead of buying that new shoes, or instead of buy the things that actually matter. Invest in the business, invest in the market. The fans will come because they will see how serious you are. They'll see how passionate you take it. They'll see that you're putting your money where your mouth is. The reason why those 5 guys walked in and they look super hot, because they put their money where their mouth is. Difference. That's the only reason why. Yeah, man. So now they're getting back $300 off their merchandise. So instead of taking that $300 and going and screwing it off and getting parties and drunk and wild, they coming back and they putting that $300 right back into the game. They bought another $100 in merchandise. They bought $100 in posters to put around the city. They bought $100 of online marketing. And guess what? Their next show is 500 people. Their merchandise is sold out. Their online presence was so strong that they got picked up in 3 different press releases and magazines and the whole 9 yards. People say, bro, I ain't got money. You don't need that much money, bro. You have to have a budget. If you think you're going to come into this game and just jump your way into it, man, that's my biggest mistake. I'm going to be real with you. I spent so many years just getting on stage and thinking that my Mr. Badass personality and stage performance would make me the star, because I believe the same thing everybody else believed. Man, if I do good enough, they're going to recognize me and they're going to sign me to that $1 million label. That is false. They do not do that. Be an independent, make your own money. And then when you at that 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 yard line with the ball in your hand and the whole crowd cheering for you, guess who's going to be knocking at your door talking about, bro, let us sign you. Let us come be a part of our camp. You dig what I'm saying? And at that moment, man, you flip the bird up and you tell them, hey, kick rocks, man. I already got mine. You know what I'm saying? Why would you? I don't understand why every artist nowadays wants to be signed. You're giving your life away, man. You know what the best thing about my life has been? The fact that I enjoyed my wife and kids through it all. I didn't call them. I didn't see them on a video. I didn't go for 2 to 3 months at a time across seas just to come back to them. I performed in the States. I performed here, and every step of the way, they was everywhere with me.
Was with you.
And because that means the most to me, man. Shoot.
That's beautiful.
That's the most important. Yeah, man. So many people worried about trying to be overnight sensations. So many people trying to worry about, I got to prove that I'm the best. Man, if you the best, man, you ain't got to prove it, bro.
Right. Your talent's on for yourself.
You think LeBron James goes around saying, I'm the best, I'm the best, I'm the best? Nah, bro. Nah. He don't do that. He goes to his $1 million workout plan and he starts getting it in, bro, because that's what the GOAT does. You know what I'm saying? So, anyways, look at me. You hit a good topic. I just went off on that.
No, because it's just it's crazy because the music industry is just totally like different from back in like the 90s.
Oh man,
right?
That's the glory days.
Right, the glory days, right?
Hey, bro, that's the
artist. Especially if you was an artist who knew your business and wasn't going to get screwed, you was making money off the bat. Because you had a record label that was coming in and doing and just building you, making you basically.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And so, but now it's like these record labels want you to come already prepared, like you said. Record labels knocking on that guy's door. That now
70-yard line, 80-yard line,
the 70-yard line. Right, exactly.
Well, like you said, it's a stream. It's a streaming game. They're looking at the numbers where you got your music on your platforms. Are you on YouTube? Are you on Spotify? Are you on SoundCloud? A whole scene evolved out of SoundCloud.
And I'm gonna tell you something right now that they don't admit to you in the industry, but everybody buys streams. The only reason that they get away with the only reason they get away with it and we don't as independent artists is because when they go and they drop it, they're buying 1 million, 2 million, 3 million at a time. Okay. So that way within the first hour of that release, that mug already had 9 million plays on it. This must be hot.
Wait. Be hot. So you saying, wait a minute. You're saying because you saying they're buying fake streams.
No, they buy. Okay, so it doesn't have to be stream. You can buy real streams. It's not a fake or a real thing. There are bot services out there, but you know the difference, right? You can tell the difference between a bot service and paid for streams. I pay for streams, but my streams come through promotion. That is called organic streams. Those are organic. They come from somebody I pay going out there and telling everybody, going to playlists. I mean, this dude does it all for me. He hits playlists for me. He got me featured on like 6 different playlists this last week. So I mean, that's what I paid a guy for. I'm still paying for streams because I'm paying this guy to go out, promote my music for what? Streams.
Okay.
Right.
That's at the end of the day, that's what's important. So when I had a big league offer, okay, and it was with some people here in Toronto. The guy went to the guy's office. I sat down with him. I said, look, I like what you're saying. You like what I'm doing. What's the real? He said, okay, if you do this, you sign this paper, you give me $999. Why I got to give you $999? If you sign to me, why I got to give you this $999, what it does is it buys this streaming service, it buys this Spotify promotion, it buys this music licensing, it buys this sync, so at the end of the day, you're telling me that what I'm doing is paying you to make me a star. Mm-hmm. Okay, well, if that's how the music works, why am I going to pay you? Why wouldn't I just pay myself? I'd rather pay myself, right? I mean, doesn't that make more sense? Yeah. So he said, listen, what you don't understand is this is how everybody does it, okay? It's called budgeting. You have to budget your money out. If you have $100 and you want to push a song, but you have no video, no fan base, or no nothing, why wouldn't you buy some streams off the bat? And I'm not talking about the fake overnight you've got 8 million streams. That's not what I'm talking about. Right. I'm talking about the actual promotion of your streams to get you to a certain amount. 5,000, man. 10,000. Shoot, if you're really taking yourself seriously, man, drip that motherfucker till you get 100,000. Okay. Mm-hmm. Once you get, and that's what I did. So I'm gonna be honest with you. One year, I asked this guy. His name is Matthew Riggs. He was a 20-year Jive A&R, and I told bro, I said, how do I do this? I said, how do I get people to take me seriously? I've been in this so long, and I'm really serious about this. And he said, all right, this is what you do. He said, the next song you put out, the next album you put out, whatever you do, hit each person's their DM, hit each person's DM on Twitter, Facebook, everywhere. Hit each person's DM and tell them, I have a new song out. I would really appreciate your thoughts and what you think about this. Mm-hmm. I took 3 months. I spent 10 hours a day DMing every single person, strangers, everybody. I was going through Twitter and this person pop up. I don't even know who it is. I'm sending them a DM. This person I'm sending them a DM. I'm sending everybody. At the end of the 2.5, almost 3 months, man, I had close to 300,000 streams. Close to 300,000 streams for an independent artist, no record label. That's legit. So now I come back the next month. Check this out. I come back the next month. I'm like, yo, I got 300,000. You got how many? What's up? Who are you? Woo this, woo that. Can we feature you over here? What's good, bro? You need a press release? What's up, man? We'll get you that promo for the low. Oh, now y'all want to start talking to me. See, when I bopped out 10,000 plays on something, y'all wasn't interested. But I pushed 300,000, and now all of a sudden y'all in my ear talking and talking and talking. So that's no different, man. These big name artists, they go out there with their $90,000 budget for streaming purposes, and they pay for 10 million streams, and that could be 2-3 million on a YouTube video, with 9 million on Spotify, 6 million on Apple, and at the end of the day, man, they're number 2 and number 3 on all the charts. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so that's wow, that's interesting. So what is break it down as far as the cost to do something like that? You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so if you get a real professional, you're gonna have to come up off some money, because real professionals, they do their job and they do it seriously and they do it well. And there's some really good companies out there, and I mean, you just gotta work within your budget, find who works for you. there's people of all sizes, right? So if you got a low budget, there's people with low budgets and there's people with high budgets. Now, the upper realms, them higher up, them elites, the real deals, man, they have their own. You can't get access to those. You can only get access to those if you have a manager who's connected with this, who's connected with that. And that's what I said when I had that big boy offer from what was his name, Mark Berry, owner of like the second biggest record label here in Canada. When I had that, when I was talking to him, man, when I found out, are you serious, bro? Oh yeah, man, don't worry about that. As your budget, as you get bigger and your catalog gets bigger, we'll start increasing it. Okay. So anyways, his was $999 for that. For me, I can't afford that. I got 6 babies. I got rent and groceries and laundry. That it just don't work like that. So what's affordable to me is I spend my royalty checks. I'm not gonna quote numbers, but my royalty check is of a substantial enough amount that for every quarterly period, I can take a few, $100, and sink it back into my promotion, sink it back into it, so on and so forth. And I have several different promotions going because I have a radio station that I run too. So there's other things that I have to promote with that money and so on and so forth. But for me, every quarterly, because it comes quarterly, your checks come quarterly, your statements come quarterly. So every quarterly, I'm spending, $500-$600. And what that does is that $500-$600, keeps me with what's the most important thing, a marketing team. A marketing team is the most important thing. Why? They're the ones who are getting you press releases. They're the ones who are getting you attention. They're the ones, Big Bro got set up through this interview by World Star PR, Eileen, Jimmy, all these people, right? That's my team. But they have to make their money. You understand what I'm saying? They can't just do things for free. If we lived in a free world, my God, man, we'd all be either billionaires or we all be broke. You know what I'm saying? It'd either go one way or the other, right? So shouts out to the team, World Star PR, Jimmy Star, Eileen Shapiro. There is none better. They took little old miserable me and still made me a star after all I've been through. You know what I mean? So, but then you've got your marketing team. But then there's the next most important thing is you got to pay for promotion. I have not met a person alive who can self-promote effectively. Nobody cares to hear you talk about yourself, bro. Stop talking about you. You know what I mean? No, you know what I mean? So promotion, you need other people talking about you. So I have a team of about 8-9 people. And these 8-9 people, they talk about me religiously. They make sure that everybody who meets them knows about me. Which in turn is great because, it helps with the retweet game on Twitter. It helps with the Instagram, IGTV numbers. It helps with the YouTube streams, things like that. Now, am I going to sit here and be like, oh, I'm world famous, I'm blah, 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 blah. I wish. I'm not. I am the same struggling artist that I was years ago. The only difference is now I know not to be stupid and hard-headed and waste my time and waste my life. That's just being 100 with you. I will say I never sold out my soul. I had a couple of offers. They were the sell your soul kind of offers, and I refused to do that. So, obviously I probably shot myself in the foot by not taking those. But at the end of the day, I think the artist or whoever needs to be more comfortable with their own skin and their own body than they are about somebody else's opinion of them. You know what I mean? So,
agreed. No, 100%.
But cost wise, I say cost wise, you have to determine that for yourself. There's services available for all budgets. I've been blessed in such situations, so I can skate a little ways that other people may not find easy to skate for them. Like I said, my World Star PR, they charge. Cheapest that I've ever heard them go was $850, and that was like a friend of a friend of a friend kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like it's real deal. They deal with real celebrities. They deal with real people. They deal with real business. If you need somebody who's more low key, more closer to earth, man, there's a great people named Music City Network. Music City Network, man. Shouts out to Lisa and all them over at Music City, man. They do wonderfully promoting their artists. And I think she's probably the cheapest that I know of. You know what I'm saying? It's just about what you feel as an artist or what you feel as the person needing the results, what works for you, right?
Right.
That is
whoever in the comments, respect to the person in the comments, man.
Because you're dropping some real gems, man.
Yeah, you dropping some stuff here.
Like this isn't just some you're not just talking out the side of your mouth like you know what you're talking about. No, you know what you're talking about.
Yeah, well, it's one thing to sit here and pretend, man, and it's another to just say, man, this is what it is. You can take it or leave it, right? So
yeah, and a lot of I listen to a lot of independent artists, and they've and they've gone on to do like big things with bigger artists, but they've stayed true to them. They've stayed true to themselves. Like they've had opportunities to be. Some were signed.
Yeah.
Like for example, Snow the Product. Mm-hmm. She was signed when I first heard about her. She had just signed a deal with Atlantic Records, I believe, and then they pretty much did. They acted like they didn't know what to do with her because she had she has skills for days, right? She worked with everybody from like Tech Nine and the Strange Music Crew and other people outside of outside of the U.S. She was making a name for herself. Now she's got enough know-how to run her own label, to sign her own artists to help them get on, and she still makes dope music. Like sometimes you gotta. I guess it's like one of those things you gotta fall before you can get back up. You got to crawl before you can walk.
I'm gonna be honest, I failed my way to success. I failed my way to success. Like everybody's like, yo, man, how'd you get where you're at? Like I've got CC Peniston. I am friends with CC Peniston.
Wow.
And I figured you, Miss Lady, would know who that is. I know who CC is. Yeah, that's from our younger days.
People walking, I ain't talking to you.
I know. I mean, I'm blessed. I'm blessed because I have some really powerful friends, and I don't like to name drop or things like that because I feel like that's kind of cliche and that's kind of ill advised, right? But I do feel like it lends credence or truth to the fact that this is what I say. You know what I mean?
Right.
So walking in these steps and walking in these things, man, it's taught me a lot, man. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I really thought I was gonna be that dude, man. I really did. I thought I was gonna be that dude. I thought I was gonna be the next big thing. In the back of my mind, I still believe I'm gonna be the next best thing. I mean, I'll never shake that belief.
I mean, why not?
That belief's always gotten me through. So I'll probably never shake that belief, but I'm also a realist now. And I realize the game has changed. The game is no longer trying to get signed to be the next Eminem or anything else. And in fact, I'm gonna be honest with you, if you listen to any of my music, I'm nothing like Eminem.
Absolutely not.
I'm like Biggie. You know what I mean? I'm like Biggie over here. I'd rather throw a good party jam than some aggressive tear your face up type of stuff. So at the end of the day, I think an independent artist's success should not come from whether or not they got signed, but whether or not they are comfortable and confident where they are at with their career and themselves in this life. And if you are not happy with your career, or if you are not happy with where you're at in life, then the only person who can change it with you. So get up off your ass and start walking some steps, because ain't no change ever done without some footwork.
So we have a question for you.
We got a question.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Adrian Farr, she wants to know, do you regret not doing certain things that you could be financially free? I'm sorry.
Man, if I could be financially free, you would see the true potential of a white rapper and not just the lyrical potential. Because one thing the world is sorely lacking, especially the rap game, is a white icon. Now, yes, we have Eminem, and he is lyrically great, but as a role model, as a world changer, as somebody who made life better, I feel like he failed. And so like I'm still trying to rise up to that, the white knight. You know what I mean? Like I'm the one that wants to show you that it's okay and cool to be married to the same woman. It's okay and cool to be the father of all your kids. It's okay and cool to not chase fame and to not chase celebrity status and just be a normal guy. It is cool to be well respectable and like well mannered and respectful. And once I get financially free, I will. First thing is I'm gonna build a whole complex for women and babies, and I'm not talking about they broke ass baby daddies. I'm talking about women who have absolutely nobody, rent free. They're gonna have a place rent free, and a general kitchen where it will be always be stocked with food. After that, we're gonna go and we're gonna rebuild some communities in Indianapolis. There's a lot of talk about potentially trying to start a fund for parents who have autistic children, because I have an autistic child, and that's hard on parents, both mentally, emotionally, and financially. And so I'd like to see a fund. I'd like to be able to start a fund in life where 20,000, we bless you with 20,000, no strings attached, just here you go. We'll pay the taxes on it, everything. We just want you to take this money and whatever your child needs. If your child needs a whole room, padded and toys and sensory toys, that's what it is. Don't worry about it. Just do it. You know what I mean? I basically want to be like the Ellen of the rap game. So I want to just take out, I'm being serious, take random people, bring them and change their life, like Oprah does, or any of these people. I mean, what's the point of being that famous and that rich and that, status in life if you're not blessing people?
People don't need the barbecues nowadays.
You just want to give back.
Yeah, you're not right.
I mean, personally, give me a minivan and my kids' college is paid for, and I'm cool. Anything after that, shoot, you can have it. You know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, so like, I feel like if I was financially free, the world would finally get to see what a true white icon would be like. And I think that it would be well supported, but as I already know, there's not a market for it. People love drama. People love evil. People love negativity. They love misery.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm not none of that. I'm love. I'm happiness. I'm dancing in the club. I'm running around with my kids laughing and giggling. I'm playing basketball like I'm fucking 19 again. You know what I mean? So I'd rather be the example than not be, you know what I mean? So
are you very active in the community right now where you live at?
So before COVID hit, me and my son and everything, we would go do the church donations and we would food drives. We did a lot of food drives. We do a lot of the physical stuff. Like I know there's people out there that do the pictures and things like that. I mean, I could show you some pictures, but I don't do that. Like when I did post the one picture that I took about it was because I was proud of my son. Right. And I wanted everybody to recognize that my son was a good man. He's becoming a good man, right? So it wasn't like a flashy or stunting picture or me with bags of all this. It was more of my son and the food drive behind him, right? So like I mean, I'm active in the community, but I believe that the best way for me to be active in my community at this moment is to raise gentlemen's kings and queens, like kings and queens, like not trash. I need to raise kings and queens because believe it or not, my 6 kids are going to go out and have a big impact on life because of what I've accomplished and what I will accomplish and what they're going to accomplish. My daughter, she just got into a university.
Congratulations.
I mean, a university, bro, not just a regular college, though. A university, like specialist for art and over my head, bro. I barely made it out of high school alive. So, I mean.
Well, but you know what? That means you and your wife are doing something very right. You understand what I'm saying? You got to, when a lot of parents out there, when the kids coming from a structured home with both parents and stuff, and they make it whereas they're going to university, y'all gotta give yourself pats on the backs.
Well, I mean, I don't know if I'm so quick to rush and pat myself on the back. I mean, I've probably only been a good dad for the last couple of years. Before that, I was a really bad, evil dude. I was an ex-gang member. So, I mean, like that
everybody got a pass on the story.
Yeah, so, not right, I mean,
You know,
they had to deal with drive-bys and stuff. They had to deal with bullet holes in their walls and stuff. So I mean, like, I guess I took it to that next level. I mean, I was a really bad dude, but the whole point is like, despite all of that, she still made it to university, right? Like I've probably only been a good person for 6 years now. I mean, and I'm being honest, like,
well, that counts.
Give it to God.
Everybody has to give time to grow. That counts.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. You got to have time to grow. Yeah,
you gotta have time. You gotta have time to grow, because really, like, if you like, there are people out there right now in the 50s, 60s, 70s still in the streets.
Yeah.
Still in the streets because they never matured or never allowed themselves to mature. So it's man, you gotta give yourself some sort of credit, because whether it be 6 years or 16 years, the fact is you're in your kids' lives. Yeah. They know who you are. They support you. You and your wife. 20. What would you say? 20 years?
Yeah, we made it. We went through everything. You know, I mean, all the drugs, all the parties, all the gangs, all of it. We did it all together, right?
I mean, like, really, as far as a role model in hip hop with a similar background, it would probably be like, besides, the only other person I can think of that's still with his wife is Ice Cube.
Right. LL Cool J, but he's been,
if only I could meet that guy. Bro, I wish I could meet him. I wish I could meet him.
That's the first person I could think of offhand is Ice Cube. You know what I'm saying? But but really, you gotta definitely give yourself credit, especially since you're doing, you're out here doing more for the community and only doing it because it's the right thing to do. Now,
let me tell you this:
I prefer to do advocacy. I do like Black Lives Matter advocacy and stuff like that. Yep. So I mean, I'd rather because I have what's called white privilege, and so because I have white privilege, I want to use my white privilege to the embetterment of my brothers and sisters, because I grew up watching my brothers and sisters I watched them get beat for no reason. I watched them get put in handcuffs for no reason, thrown down to the ground just because they looked weird. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I've seen a lot, been around a lot, and I feel like, especially, R.I.P. to George Floyd, ever since it's being brought to the social awareness limelight, I was pushing for this years ago, man. I was pushing for this. I don't know if y'all remember when Colin first took the knee.
Yeah.
Y'all remember when he first took the knee? I was out there pushing for it back then, and I got a letter from the Seattle Black Lives Matters chapter. They sent me T-shirts and a congratulatory card and the whole 9 yards for being out here pushing and grinding and trying to raise awareness and trying to do the right thing, man. Because if you can look around at your world today and you can say, man, this is all right, there ain't much wrong with it, then you're part of the problem. Because in this world right now, there is a deep, intense evil that is flooding our social medias and flooding the streets. And that is racism. And it's what's called hidden racism. It's the kind of racism that you pretend like you're not racist. Oh, I'm cool with everybody. Don't worry about that. Oh, no stress, man. No stress. I'm right there with you. But I got to get you on the flip side. If you out here grinding and you out here really doing it, then you're out here talking about it with every breath. You're out here trying to raise everybody's awareness to it. You're not just doing it when it's social media important. See, ain't nobody talking about Black Lives Matter right now. So I'm still talking about it because to me, it's that important. You understand what I'm saying? Right. It's important to me to raise awareness to autism. It's important to me to raise awareness to being a good human being. And yet all three of these are different, but yet all three of them are exactly the same because it's about advocacy for people who are not being treated fairly. It's about advocacy for people who don't have a voice for themselves. And guess who does? Guess who people actually listen to? Guess who people actually retweet tweets? They do mine. So guess what? Since people actually pay attention to me, why not let me help y'all? 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 Because that's what I'm supposed to do. You know what I mean?
Love it.
Well, it looks like you got a new fan, man. Because
what's this? What's the site?
Adrian over here is like, my brother. Thank you for not being afraid to say you have white privilege. You're down with me for life.
Blessings. That means the world to me. I would rather connect with the people and have them know that they're putting, their faith, their trust, their belief in a quality person, than just somebody that's, here today, gone tomorrow type of thing, man. Yeah. I tell people if you down with me, you down for life, because what you see is what you get. I ain't a funny bunny. I ain't one of those people that flip. One day I'm this, next day I'm that. I am what I am. You know what I mean? So I appreciate you. Adrian, you said Adrian. Adrian, I appreciate you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And one thing I want to say
to everybody in the chat.
Yeah, one thing I want to say to you is that you said that you wasn't a good person. You only been a good person, and I'm sorry, I'm trying to get my camera back up. But you said you only been a good person for 7 years because the things you was doing or whatever.
Yeah,
but it takes a good person to know that they have to change.
Or it takes somebody who's reached the very bottom and realized the only way to go is back.
And that's still a good person, though. You know what I'm saying? When you realize that you got to change and what you're doing is not right and everything, and you got a family out there you got to take care of and everything, that's a good person. And you always been a good person. You just took a wrong turn at a certain point in your life.
You tell me about it. That's the truth. That's the truth.
And stuff. But I mean, you are just, like amazing. I mean, you came on here and you just gave us like so many jewels and stuff and everything.
Are you sure I didn't talk too much, man? I have a habit of
talking. No, bro, not at all.
Bro, I ask that same question every freaking podcast almost, and they're all saying, don't apologize. This is what we're here for. Just say what you got to say. You're speaking your truth, bro. You're speaking your truth, and we got time. This is the stuff this is the stuff that people come here for. So it is.
Thank you for letting me be able to talk about it, man.
It's been a pleasure to discuss and hear you talk about it, because it's something that I always wondered as someone who just loves the culture. I love music, period, but hip hop's always been my first love. You know what I'm saying?
All for the culture, baby. All for the culture, man.
Exactly. So, and sometimes I find myself getting into that old head mentality, like I don't like the sound of today or whatever. But then other times, part of me is like, you know what? Let them do their thing. Let them get their money, because there's so many. Because hip hop's not just one thing. There's so many like subgenres, and yes, they're not being put. Some aren't being pushed as much as what's popping right now. Absolutely. But it won't be like that. It won't be like that forever. But I do find it kind of interesting, because a lot of people are saying this more now, or I'm seeing it more on social media. The 90s, because hip hop was so young, right? There was more room for variety.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? Like, you had the negative stuff on the flip side. You had people like Poor Righteous Teachers, Tribe Called Quest, Diggable Planets. You had people like that, Bone Thugs and Harmony, who could bring the street stuff to the to some like
to general, to the mainstream. Yeah,
exactly. So it's like, and then you had people that were kind of goofy, like but also were very serious. Like you had the Beastie Boys in Third Base. People, you got
to give it up to the Beastie Boys, bro. They really.
I definitely 100% do. I still listen to Beastie Boys today, because I'm like, this was some good stuff. I had my little sister. She, my youngest sister is like 9 years younger than me. One time when I was helping to clean the house, and I put on the best of Beastie Boys, right? And I just let it go. So I asked her, what do you think of it? And she's like, they're okay. She actually liked some of the stuff that they were saying. But then I put on other people from like from like other areas, and then we found our music. Like when she came into my room and she wanted to talk, she's like, "Hey Kyle, can you put on?" And this is when I was still burning CDs, and she was like, "Hey, could you put on our song?" It was an independent song by a dude named Dumbfounded who lives in who lives in the LA area, and he had done this. This mixtape of just remixes a bunch, and every time she was feeling some type of way, she said, "Hey, put this particular song on," and that and that's it. So the fact that I could introduce her to something that I loved, because I was down for everybody. I'm the type of person that looks for something new all the time.
Of everything. Yeah.
But that also kind of makes me feel a little out of sorts when I hear something on the radio and I don't recognize who it is.
Because it makes you be like, well, what all this? Hold on one second, brother. I need to holler for my kid to bring me my charger. I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
no problem.
No problem.
Hey, Chris. Can you have Chris bring me my charger, please? Anybody hear me? Thank you. I'm at like 3%. So, or if you can just grab it, it's in the plug right underneath my table. Thank you. Sorry about that, guys. I'm so sorry.
No problem.
Right. So, stuff happens. But I got a question for you, bro.
Absolutely, brother. Absolutely.
I got a fun question for you. Like you've done so much, right? Whether it be in your music or a community. But I want to know as a fan, who is your dream collab?
Yeah.
My dream collab?
Who is your dream collab? Dead, alive, I don't care what the genre is. Who would you want to get in the studio with?
All right, so I'm at a toss-up with that one, man, because, of course, there's the VIG, right? I mean, I grew up with him and Pac, you know what I mean? So, I mean, you can't go wrong with the greats, obviously. But, if it's any genre, man, I really, Guns N' Roses, man. I really feel like, so I can't lie, man. There's just something about, they had a sound, and that sound I was really driven to. I liked it. I said I'm a child of the 90s.
Wow.
I'm a child of the 90s. So, I mean, I was born in the 80s. I was born in 83, but I didn't come into mental consciousness until my 90s, right? Ooh, damn. Hold on, I gotta find a plug. So once I came into mental consciousness, I don't know where there's a plug-in around here. Once I came into mental consciousness, I started to realize that I wanted to expand my sound. And, like I said, when I Guns N' Roses, Metallica, these were all great bands back then. Mm-hmm. And because they were great, hold on one second, I got to get under here. Yep. And because they were great bands, they put out great sounds. Oh, shit.
This is the only time during this whole interview that his connection kind of wandered. But
no, I didn't even know my laptop wasn't plugged in.
Oh, and that happens. I just looked at my battery right before he did.
Shame. Again, we need y'all to tighten this up by season 5.
I had a full battery, a while ago before we started.
Yeah, I had me a full battery. My laptop, I could have sworn it was nice and charged, or it was plugged in. I always have it plugged in.
But that was an hour and a half ago. So
I'm assuming his phone went dead in the middle of him plugging it up. That's why we're getting this frozen screen look.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he tried to make it. He knew. He knew. He knew, and he tried to make it. Wow, this guy was awesome, though. He is just so awesome.
I told y'all.
Down with the streams and everything.
So Adrian says it does take a good person because some people never learn and continue to blame everyone else. That is very true.
Very true.
Shout out to the comment section tonight. It is lit for this artist. Special segment. It's lit. So we're waiting on TWP to come back into the studio. So y'all just bear with us momentarily. Mm-hmm. Start looking for a new producer next season is what we're gonna do.
What producer? What's wrong with the producer we got?
Have you seen him lately?
Oh no, right? That's what I say. What's wrong with the one we got?
Just a little who they want humor for my fans.
he probably watching this too.
I'm pretty sure he's very, very near and dear to the show.
Coco is in the back making some noise here and stuff. Yeah,
shout out to the team mascot, Coco.
Coco, come on, Coco, come see them. Coco. I think this one to be extra.
Ladies and gentlemen, the return of TWP is back in the building.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
We're online. That's gonna happen.
That's okay.
I came with 70%. I left with 0. I came with 70%. I left with 0. I'm so sorry. All right, let me finish real quick, man. We can wrap this up, man. I'm so sorry, man. So just to answer your question. Oh my God.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are now tuning in to Who They Want podcast show, the podcast show that does everything that they don't, including cell phone technical difficulties. Let the show continue.
Oh man!
Wow.
Man, we're at the home stretch, and then this happens.
That's why I say we need a new producer. I'm trying to tell you
how that streaming works, though. That streaming is just crazy. He broke it down like he has it to science.
Yeah. But I think what's interesting is not every, and what's interesting and also a crime, depending on the streaming service. Like, Spotify will talk about all these like big numbers, but like how much are some artists getting? They're really not getting. Some are not getting much, and others are spamming the algorithm. Like that's why they'll put like albums with like 20-something songs up there, and at least that's what I've noticed. But
right.
And now they have this donation thing. They on the if you look at the artist's page, it has a donation button, and the money goes straight to them.
Right.
So
Speaking of donation page, I would like for y'all to subscribe to Who They Want podcast for $7.99 monthly fee. Thank you. Y'all love me. If y'all love me.
There you go. That's right.
That's how you segue, bro.
Go subscribe and make suggestions.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, all our I Am Who They Want sponsorship segments will now be premium content only for $7.99. If you missed this past Sunday with Athena, you missed a great segment show, ladies and gentlemen. I'm telling you now.
Jesus.
We are doing so much more come season 5 of Who They Want podcast.
Athena just want me just like reevaluating my life. Like I'm not doing enough. Like Jesus Christ. Like, woohoo. I mean, she used to have an amazing story and stuff. I mean, and this guy here too. I mean, Jesus Christ, he have not only an amazing story, but just a whole bunch of facts that he just laying down to people.
Right.
Good advice.
Absolutely, man. It's all we buy is good advice from here on out, people. I promise y'all, we will not lead y'all astray for y'all content niches. I might lead you astray just because I'm me. I'm liable to go all over the place. But hey, y'all love me anyway. Shout out to the block, all my fans on the block, listeners on the block, and fellow members of the block. Shout out to YouTube. My fan base ain't quite there yet, but it's working now. That let me know I'm doing something right. Shout out to YouTube. Shout out to everybody that follow Who They Want Entertainment LLC on Facebook. You guys are the GOAT. Appreciate the love, the support, the shares.
There you go. We appreciate you. Thank you for getting this platform here. So we can give them who they want, when they want, and how they want.
Absolutely. So as we hope to catch Twism before the show ends, but in the meantime, we do send a special thank you for taking time out your busy schedule to come sit on Artistry Tuesday as we develop it more and more with different type of content. We got so much in store.
Yes.
This was a special segment because technically season 4 is wrapped up thanks to the love, care, support, and some true ride or die podcast crew members. That was no shade at anybody else, but get in where you fit in around here.
Get in where you fit in.
Season 5, I'm looking forward to seeing everybody else, come back and do some content. And if you don't feel the courage to come back, just the fact that you still listen, share, support, and send their love, it means the world as well. Like, just because you're not on camera speaking your mind don't mean that you're not who they want. We are all who they want.
Still love you, still fam. If you don't want to come on cam, or sit in those shows, still all good,
Exactly. Just know you will not be able to come to Who They Want Airbnb retreat come summer 2022. I'm letting it known right here live. We are doing a Who They Want Airbnb retreat weekend.
Okay.
Manifest that, man. Manifest that.
There we go.
Yeah,
there we go.
Yeah, definitely.
I like the way that sounds.
It's gonna be interesting when that happens and we see each other in real life.
Like, what is this real life?
Well, I'm just saying, like, this is on camera. Like when
I ain't no catfish.
Like no. Like when you see somebody in the flesh for the first time after only seeing them on camera, because that's how I met y'all. Like, right. So it'll probably be different. Cool, but different.
I want to backtrack because I was listening. Twism was telling me he just doesn't have the battery power right now to tap back in, and that's how Samsung works. They will like leave you high and dry when you're low. So I send our love to him, like I said. But back to the subject that y'all was just talking about. I heard Tasha over there talking about she ain't no catfish. Trust me, we can tell you're not a catfish.
I ain't no goddamn catfish.
No.
I ain't no catfish.
Wouldn't think that you're a catfish. Most of the time when somebody's being catfish, they don't talk to you directly with, and show their face. At least from my experience.
Oh, you've been catfish before?
There's been attempts. Like, yeah, people have like I think I've told you before, like girls have tried to get money off of me after just meeting me, and then they get mad at me when I say no. Like, can I get $25? Can I get $20 to fix my phone? Can I get this? And I'm like, we just met. Literally, we just met.
$20 to fix a phone.
$20 to fix a phone camera. Another one.
Well, they can see you, right? So they try to entice you to give you money to fix the camera, so you can hope that they fix it, and you can finally see them. Yeah, if that ain't some BS game.
Yeah, or those accounts with the really sexy looking profile pictures, and I'm like, all you want to do is have people look at your webcam. While I respect the hustle, at the same time, just say that.
Mm-hmm. How about take your ass to the free library and then get up with me and all that stuff?
Man.
You guys are just incredible.
When's the last time I haven't been to the library? Shoot.
It's been a while.
I can count the last time I've been to Barnes and Noble, but not the library.
Yeah, Barnes and Noble is like, oh God, like Jesus. Go there, have coffee, snacks.
Stay there for like a few hours, reading a book or whatever. Yep. Yeah, before COVID, that's what it was.
Sneezing, my allergies on steroids.
Oh, bless you.
Thank you. Yeah, tonight was a good show. I like this guy. You know what I'm saying? He was very, very, like, he just came in and just gave us a whole different outlook. He
gave us a whole other perspective, because he's been in the game for, he's been in the game for a minute. So it's and some of the things that he has said, I had heard other artists say. Right. It just, but I feel like some of the stuff that he was talking about could be implemented in like podcast promotion too, because I stink at promoting myself. Yeah, let me tell you that right now. But man, I was gonna, like, at first I was like, is it gonna be rude to ask him to freestyle? That's what came to my mind once we started talking.
I was thinking about that. Just put him on some beats. I wanted to see how you do.
Like, because the dude,
He said he'll be happy to come back though, so we'll set that up.
We definitely gonna have
look, we got to set that up because he's the only right now. He's the only hip hop artist that we've had on Artistry Tuesday that hasn't spit.
Yeah, he gotta come back. Him and Cody.
Right. Technical difficulties. You know?
That's okay. Happens.
Josh, do we got any week announcements this week? We got anything on our calendar this week?
No, because we was like wrapping this week. This week wasn't even supposed to exist right now. Because
I'm glad you remember.
Right, no, yeah, it wasn't supposed to exist.
Well, big dog doesn't know when to take a break.
Right, big dog doesn't know when to take a break. Yeah,
first of all, what you're not going to do is have that type of insubordination while we're still live streaming. Sir.
Well, actually, it was my fault. It was my fault that Big Dog wasn't taking a break because I had said, well, you know what? To wrap up and close the month out, let's do another Artistry Tuesday, the last day of the month, the 31st. And he said, okay, because this week we were supposed to come back starting next week off, you know, and starting a new season. But, you know, so we came on in good thing. I mean, there's no way to wrap it up with this guy that came on. Oh, Jesus Christ.
I mean, why not?
That was a good wrap up.
Dropping all kinds of knowledge.
Season.
Exactly. See that?
Stuff.
Maybe this producer got some use left of him after all.
That's right. You know?
Yep.
But, you know.
Ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate you listening to this show. We're going to take this to the after show before some stuff gets said on live that I don't think y'all ears need to hear.
And remember, if y'all want to be in part of the after show, first of all, you got to go download Everything Entertainment Expo, the block, and sign up, okay? And become a part of the block. Post your stuff, get to know us, you know, let us get to know you, all right? And if you want to know what's going on the after show and stuff, you know, that's another premium content that we're working on.
Exactly.
Another premium content.
That will be premium content. Freaky Friday will start developing season 5. That will be premium content. I will be producing more podcasts, as y'all may or may not know. I got my hands in the pot right now, and I want to shout out to everybody that just listens, everybody that don't listen. I even shout y'all out. Hey, for the likes, the share, the subscriptions. I love y'all. Again, y'all still wear the mask. Get vaccinated.
Yes.
Protect yourself, even if you don't want to protect the world. Protect yourself. We out.
We out.
Yeah.
Peace. We love you.
Real quick, I want to send my prayers and my heart out to those affected by Hurricane Ida in Louisiana.
Yeah.
You know,
Kimberly.
Absolutely.
How's she doing? Anybody heard from her?
She's doing great. She's been updating. She's fine.
Yeah, she's been updating all day.
She just dropped. Yeah, they're gonna stay in Mississippi for a little while. So y'all just continue to pray for those people out there.
Yes.
I've heard they repeating Katrina with the loot and getting ridiculous all over again. So with that being said, that concludes our show. We are out.
Yes. Bye, y'all.